Wow, guys, what a weird episode.
Yeah, let's see. Big Mac gets a girlfriend. How should
Sort
I
of.
count the how should I count the ways? First thing I need to say right off the bat, um there's a brony page I follow, and they posted this picture of this Ben Kenobi lookalike pony, and
Uh-huh.
it was like if the sound of 1,000 head cannons crying all out at once and then being silent. I'll admit I was part of that camp too. I was pulling for Marble Pie, but I feel like the reason they didn't go with that was because they're like, wait a minute, we implied they might be related. Crap. What do we do
Yeah,
now?
we don't want to put that kind of crap into the show. That would be a little weird.
I mean, they don't know. They could get away with, they could get away. They could have gotten away with it, being that they're like, they where it's like, oh, we're like 17th cousins, or turn them out not being cousins. But either way, I don't think any show is that progressive.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if progressive is the right word. Yeah, incest rights
Hon-
2017.
Honestly, progressives nowadays just kind of scare me a little bit. They're a
Progressive
little.
use progressive used to mean an evolutionary term for a technical style of music, and now it means you're not a regular human being if you don't stick flowers up your ass or something.
It's sort of weird because it's the kind of thing where like progressive. Okay, that means moving forward. But in your terms, it's say that I'm okay and say that everything that I do is just fine and dandy, or you're racist and sexist. It's like, really?
And speaking of moving forward, this episode moves forward with Big Mac's love life. See what we did there? And
Uh,
and I just need to
yeah,
tell you,
we're never gonna get political on this show, I swear.
so I need to say something about Sugar Belle right now. She is hashtag 3adorable5me, okay? Like, I know that's par for the course for like almost anyone on this show, but special mention needs to go out to her. And can I ask a question? After the bullshit that happened last time, why in the hell would Big Mac trust the CMC to help him out with his girl problems?
I don't
And
know.
when did
But
Justin Bieber
consider,
show up in Equestria? There's so many
yeah,
questions. There's
I actually looked it up, and it is not Justin Bieber like voicing
Oh no,
that.
I would
If
have
that
recognized
was,
his voice.
that would have collectively had the entire Brony fandom just like throw up their arms in the air and just walk away in disgust. Because I'm sorry, that is the one person, the one celebrity cameo that we never want on this show. Don't you dare go anywhere near it. Just saying.
I mean Justin Bieber or Kim Jong Un. Okay,
Wow.
maybe that's a little extreme. So the episode opens up. The CMC are doing their thing, and they're like, "Yo, Big Mac's been going to this place a lot and delivering apples a lot." And they're like, "Well, I don't know, maybe they just really like apples." And then they're like, "Nope, the logical solution here would be to spy on the guy, because of course." So they hide in the back of Big Mac's wagon, or wagon as Trixie pronounces it,
All with like little like
with
disguises
disguises.
on.
Yeah, yeah. I. What was it, like Scootaloo or Sweetie Belle? They're like, "What if he finds us?" And then one of them's like, "Act like an apple." That or something. I thought they did something like that. That just reminds me
It
of
actually brings back actually some good memories from Some Pony to Watch Over
was
Me.
just gonna reference that. Be Apple Bloom. Well, what's Apple Bloom? Fake sass.
That was such a good line. That was the one good thing in that episode, I swear.
That bedroom joke scene with Sweetie Belle and Scootaloo?
Yeah. Oh my
So
gosh.
so
And then they start trying to do that number and it just gets botched up within like 10 seconds.
yeah, that was oh Lord. So
Back
they
to
go
better
with
episodes.
Yeah, they go with Big Mac to where did they go again?
They went to the old Starlight's old village, basically.
I thought so. I just wanted to make
They
sure.
went back to our town. Our town.
Our town. Welcome. 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 That shit was getting so
You
annoying.
can't have a nightmare if you never dream. I
I swear, that's like the most chilling line anyone's ever said in this fucking show.
know.
So
Such a weird thing. Anyway,
so they get there and then the CMC are like, what the fuck? And then they look through a window and then they see Big Mac totally totally
ogling
having
sugar,
Sugar Bell, which by the way, what the hell? They brought back Sugar Bell? That's a random one, but okay, that's cool.
but
So
she's still cute. And I mean, it was nice to
yeah.
be able to see like Party Favor and Night Rider and all, or Night
Dude,
Glider and all.
it was getting ridiculous at some point. She's like bashing and blushful. She's like got the hair moving in front of her face. Her and Big Mac accidentally touch noses. I'm just thinking to myself, God damn, dude, this is like that scene from that old movie where it's like Mrs. Robinson, you're trying to seduce me, except Big Mac can't pick up on any hints. So so I so the CMC are like, oh, okay, that's what the fuck. Then they're like, what the fuck? So they talk to Big Mac, who has very little issue with the CMC being there. By the way, I thought that was kind of funny. And they're like, Big Mac, what the fuck? And then he's like, that's what the fuck. And they're like, fuck. So, dude, we gotta help you. And he's like, but why would I let you help me? You totally fucked everything up last time, and I almost got engaged to a teacher that probably has a drinking issue. And then the CMC are just like, please, okay.
well,
That's
I mean,
basically what happened.
but I mean, it was interesting because, and it's funny because later in the episode, you see Sugar Bell almost giving him and the other character that we're about to mention like a serious friend zone. Like, if you're gonna be this stupid, I don't want anything to do with you.
Yo, that's real, man. That's like
At least she has a good head on her shoulders. I'll give her that.
there is a mode that dudes get in sometimes where you can hang out with someone, and I say someone because this can be applicable to the, you know, not to the unhetero folk. There's a point where you're hanging out with someone and it's cool. You know, you're joking, you're doing
You
your
have a nice
shit.
bromance.
Yeah, you got a bromance going on. You know, you say whatever you want. Then, whenever the feelings start to develop for that person, you start trying to like catch yourself with your jokes when you're with them. You start trying to like, make sure you start like thinking about them more in terms of like, oh, I better not say this because they or them aren't like it, blah blah. It starts out slow, and then next thing you know, when you're hanging out with them, it's like, you can barely talk to them when just last week you were sharing suicide memes with each other. That's essentially Big Mac with Sugar Bell, where it's just like as the episode goes on, he just tries and tries these things that make him so unlike himself, which was what Sugar Bell liked in the first place. So,
And
and it,
honestly, I'm going to say this right now, especially with the fact that my fiance is the same way. Seriously, guys, I know it's difficult, but just freaking be yourself. I mean, I'm sorry, but there are times when, like you were talking about,
unless
where
you're
you're having like a,
unless you're like a Nazi sympathizer.
yeah. So it's the kind of thing where, like, how you were talking about where it was like if you're like hanging out with this person and then slowly but surely you start to like want to guard yourself. In
Yeah,
reality, girls don't like that. Then
yeah,
again,
you're fucking
there
telling
are
me.
some idiotic girls out there who are like, I want you to show yourself, and then you actually show your true self, and they're that's like, I don't want that anymore.
Dude, trust me. I'm from California. Half the chicks here are worse than us.
Oh my
So
god.
yeah, we don't pull no punches out here in the state of holy shit. We had 37 million people is way too much. So
Yeah.
they
And with the governor.
yeah. So I need to say something right now. What was the Justin Bieber XB featherweight?
I don't remember his name. I
Well,
honestly don't. He was just so
let's just call him Bieberhoof. He was fantastic. Like he was hilarious. Like every time he was on screen, he was just such an obvious parody. Like not even a mean one. He was just such an obvious parody. I'm just like, dude, I know we're supposed to like dislike you, but I'm just like, I can't because the dude's just.
And it's whole thing, even going so far as like the 3 swooning girls in the background.
Yeah, and which sets up a great thing later, which to me helped make him a memorable character because he wasn't one dimensional. Because this is Friendship is Magic, where even the one dimensional characters are still a 1.5 dimensional at the very worst. So
see, they get the Nintendo treatment. They get a 1.5D.
Welcome to
Friendship. 2.5D.
Welcome to Friendship is Magic, where the background characters are sometimes more popular and loved than the fucking main characters.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how many people I've talked to, and it's at least 20 that were saying they would honestly rather have like, I don't know, Carrot Top or Roseluck join the main cast instead of Starlight Glimmer?
I'm just gonna say the way the fandom thinks, that's a little scary.
I just need to point this out right now, then we'll get back to the episode. If anyone in this show that's a background character deserves a spin-off show that's more or less centered around them, it's 5 people. Maud, Lyra, Bonbon, Coco, and I had a 5th one.
Vinyl Scratch, Octavia, Derpy, Dr. Who.
Derpy! Yeah, Derp. So the CMC, and here's the thing. I thought Big Mac would have been, because the CMC, I don't think this episode was like a shot at fairy tales or Disney in like a middle finger type sense, but like they were pulling all their stuff from like cheesy romantic movies and stories and stuff, and I'm like, okay, I see what they're setting up here for. But I thought Big Mac, considering he's older than the main 6 at least, I thought for sure he'd be like, that's all just fictional, right? Considering how well read he was. But
well, if you really think about it, when your emotions take charge, there is little that's left to like logic.
But then there's also 3 little girls want you to dress up as a fucking prince.
That sounded so wrong in my head.
Oh fuck, man.
Oh my god. But yeah, I mean,
hey man, whatever you have in your role playing group chat rooms is what you do in your role playing group chat rooms, okay?
Yeah, we ain't gonna judge. But
welcome to RP groups where you can be a man but pretend you're a woman.
Oh my gosh. TheUndercoverBrony do not judge.
Yeah, we at TheUndercoverBrony don't give it. You know what? You should replace the banner at the top of the YouTube channel, and it's the logo, but then it's like in quotation marks, we don't give a shit.
Yeah,
like nothing else. Like nothing else.
TheUndercoverBrony don't give a rat's ass.
Yeah, like no context, no nothing. It's just that's just what it is, and people are like, "What does that mean?"
TheUndercoverBrony, we don't give a damn.
Yeah, and then there people are like, "What does that mean?" And then it's just like, bro, if you don't know, then you'll never know. So yeah,
we like to slogan at CODs and stuff like that.
So the CFC are straight up like, dude, rescue her from shit, write her a song, which was a pretty good song, by the way. Mm-hmm. And all the while, Bieberhoof is like, he's swooning, he's saying all his like hipster man bun lumber sexual poems and shit.
Lumber sexual.
It's a thing. So,
dude, have you heard of a dude by the name of Hunter Avalone?
Yeah, why?
Oh my gosh, where he's talking about how he's just like, I'm gonna come out and say it, I'm like parasexual.
Oh my god. Oh, dude, it's fun. In the Overwatch fandom, we joke about how we sexually identify as certain characters.
Like, not that like an Overwatch meme I need to show you. I don't know.
Like not. I don't mean their genders. I mean like the actual characters. I'll straight to be like, yeah, I sexually identify as McCree.
There's actually one where it's the robot guy, like the full robot with like the box head and everything. And,
Bastion.
and it's where he that cutscene where he's walking out on the battlefield and you saw the
Yeah,
battlefield lighting
yeah.
up. And it's literally he comes in, he's like, I gonna get to smash. Becky gonna see me. And then you look down and you see the one lone dead Bastion. It's like, oh no, he didn't get to smash.
Let me smash, Bird. I think that's the meme right now. So I need
Oh
to
my
so I need to
gosh.
talk to you guys about the song. I don't know if I made it apparent, but I was thinking about it. I was watching as I was watching the song, watching the episode, listening to the song, taking in the imagery, going with it, and I really noticed something. And this is just personal preference. I'm sure I'm sure other fans and stuff feel differently, but me personally, I have not given a shit about the songs in a while.
Yeah, it's been that way for a while.
You
I'll
know, and
tell you this:
I don't
the
think it helps
visual.
that the last song we had was that bullshit Cutie Mark Crusaders go kart episode.
No, the last one was when we had them singing and missing the timer for the escape the room.
Okay, see how I didn't remember that? Exactly.
Yeah, but I mean, visually, I think it almost okay. There was this like old Nickelodeon show. I forget what it's called, but it's this
Splat!
girl. But it's this girl who stands up on a stage and she's just like Chicago, Chicago, and then it switches to her in a hospital bed. That is just like, I want you to know that I love you in Chicago. Just like what?
Oh my god. So the song was good. I really liked it. I liked the music. I gotta admit, I was cringing when I listened to it. Not because nothing was bad, but I've always felt this way about ever since I was a kid. When there's oh shit, when there is yeah, when there is a scene that's in a
When that
show
when
or
that
whatever.
happens.
Yeah, well, yeah, when that happens, I just want to hide away now. But like when there's a scene in like a show or a movie where you're supposed to feel as embarrassed and awkward as the characters, sometimes it works a little too well, and I always would have to be like, god. I don't know why, just because I've been embarrassed like that in public, and if I'm honest with you, I've embarrassed people like that in public. And the only thing going through my head is like, God, this must look so awkward, especially the sugar. So the whole time I'm watching the song, half the time I rewatched it so I could really get it, get immersed by it. But literally, almost half the whole song, I'm just watching Sugar Bell, and I'm just like, God, she must be so creeped out right now. And I'm like, it's funny, but at the same time, I'm like, this just feels so wasted for Big Mac. It feels half wasted because this is Big Mac's first song, but but then on the other half, I'm just like, dude.
Honestly, I think the
I'm like,
best part of this whole song though was the fact that Sugar Bell's just like, what the fuck are you two doing? You
I
know?
love that they switched up styles though. That
Yeah.
how yeah, the two differentiations between the two. Friendship is Magic has a way of when they incorporate elements from newer music, it doesn't just sound like some 40-year-old dude was like, okay, let's just take the bare ass skeletons of these music genres and put something together. You actually feel like they took the time to research and really put together the music well, and they would have to, especially when this song's flipping flopping back between. I think a great example of the show having a good knowledge of different types of music is the Rah Rah episode because you've
Oh
got
yeah.
because the first half you've got Razzle Dazzle, and then the next one you've got then the next song you have can't remember the damn name.
Oh, Magic Inside.
Yeah, yeah. You really feel like, I mean, Daniel Ingram doesn't really need anyone else putting him over as a great musical composer, but it really has to be said for songs like this and episodes like that one where even though this song The whole purpose of this song is to make Beaverhoof and Big Mac look like two crazy assholes. The music is really good.
Mhm. So that was basically the episode because, of course, Bieberhoof gets like, shoot away. And then, of course, I mean, even before this, he's just like, I don't know how to pick up women. I get like all nervous and stuff around them. I'm just like, you and everyone else on the entire freaking planet, okay? Just say. But it was nice that he got to, hang out with the Swinner girls at the end. That was a nice touch. And then of course Big Mac and and Sugar Bell going at it. That was cute that they actually never kissed. It was more of just like booping the noses together. So, and I believe Snakeskin is frozen for some reason. That's lovely. Okay. Well, this was a very interesting episode. Very weird. That was all right. Not too bad. Just kind of weird in its own little way. So, yeah, I give this one a 7. Wasn't really anything great,
Piece
anything
of
bad.
shit internet. I don't know if I got signed out by Google or what, but it literally kicked me from the call.
Oh boy. So I just gave my
This is
score. What about you?
this is
What's your
not
score?
razzle dazzle. This is not glitz and glam. I don't want to turn this up because this isn't spectacle. It's a spectacle of faulty technology that counts as my upgrade.
It's a spectacled crap.
Yes, it's craptical.
Yep.
So overall, I would give the episode an 8. Nothing spectacular, but it was an episode, and it
Okay.
set out what it needed to do. It gave Big Mac a love interest. It shut up a good 20,000 bronies at least, and well, that or just pissed them off, and probably lost a few bronies. John. In fact, this is actually John's last show because he's leaving the fandom.
Uh-huh.
And
I'm leaving the fandom. I'm just saying this show's just been top of the place. I can't take it anymore. We're done. We're done.
everyone that doesn't agree with my opinion on episodes I don't like is a sheep. Hashtag Tommy Oliver.
If you don't like my content, I'm switching it all over to gaming. If you don't like that, then you can kiss my ass and you can unsubscribe.
In which case, unless you're Digibrony, who cut the knee from his name, he's just Digibro, and now he just makes anime videos while he's drunk. Meanwhile, he looks like freaking Al Jorgensen from Ministry with his fucking crazy ass facial hair. All he's missing are those steampunk goggles. I'm literally just like, dude, what happened to you, man? It's like you used to just look like a nerd like us. Now you just look like an asshole.
Yeah.
A homeless asshole.
You look like an asshole who lives in your mom's basement. Just saying. But
Ayo. But yeah, this is an
but
8
hey,
out
at
of 10.
least he is not I know someone who can pull that look off better than anyone else. And who is it? That drowning in horseshoes guy.
Who was that?
He basically is just like he does these really long analytical videos and he has a serious like god complex. But what's so funny about it is like he's just walking around his basement and there's like beer cans everywhere and it's just really weird. You gotta go check him out. I'll put a link in the description. So
Yeah, please.
yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, that was hard to say anything. Which I don't know why they called the episode that. I mean, if they were trying to be like it was hard for Big Mac to say he liked her, not necessarily, because he said that a few times throughout the episode, maybe not to her, but he said it. If they were talking like it's hard to say anything in the terms of like, oh, sometimes it's hard to say anything when you're not being yourself, because even if you're saying something, it's the something is a nothing, because the anything that could have been a something turns into nothing because you are not yourself. Hashtag Josh Whedon.
When did you turn into AC Race Fest? What the heck? Just like the log zoom in where he's just keep talking and talking and talking.
Theater classes, a motor mouth, and no sense of social cues. Does that make me autistic?
No, that just makes you metal AF.
Well, I can't deny. But yeah, thanks for joining us. We will be back next week with
Honest Apple,
is
the
that the
Rare
Apple
Jack episode.
the oh so it's Rare Jack Part 4. We had the sleepover episode. We had the Trenderhoof episode. We had the spa episode. So this is the one where they get married. Yes.
It's more of where Rarity just has all but
Shut
given
the
up.
front toast. They are getting married.
All right. Well, that's it from me, John.
Me snakeskin.
And we will talk to you guys later. Peace out, Dragon.
Triangle. The